our amazing production crew here. Meteorologist Zach Scott first here with a winter weather update for you. Guys, if you can, if you can throw it up here behind me, the Jack Link's tower cam there, North Walton, Bentonville. You just flashed that before we started, and I saw some snow coming down. If you can, throw it up whenever. This is a live look, I-49. We're looking south, Pinnacle Hills. You can actually see a little bit better. Precipitation slowed down some. There you go. This is, we're looking south here. This is Bentonville. You can see at times, if you look closely there, you can see the snow falling. So we're starting to get some snow picking up a little bit. You can see in the parking lots there, you've got some snow that's kind of scattered around. This is what we're talking about. This is what it's going to look like. This is a dry, powdery snow. It's going to blow around. It's going to be on some spots of the roads. It's not going to be on other spots. But as we get some heavier bands to come in later on, I do think we're going to get more snow scattered around the roads and the parking lots, icy walkways, things like that. But you can see how the snow blows into the parking lots, the corner of the parking lots. I can even see it blowing around a little bit there, sticking on the sides of the road, right there in the median too. So this is Bentonville right here. It doesn't look like this everywhere just yet, but we're going to see these scattered snow bands moving through. Thank you so much, guys. Great job back there. This is, again, a live look, I-49. We're looking south to Pinnacle Hills. Visibility's improved some here. We've had heavy mist, snow, sleet mix at times push through, and that's what you're seeing there. Some snow's accumulated a little bit on the sides of the roads here a little bit. Even looks like there's a little bit of a band of maybe some ice there on I-49. Traffic's moving along. I took a live look around Bella Vista. Now, some of the precipitation that came down early on, the real heavy mist, dampened things up, but then you get the strong winds. In some cases, the wind is our friend. We don't really think about it because it's giving us those very cold wind chills, but the wind, when it comes in, can dry out the roads a little bit, but temperatures are falling so fast that it can't dry everything up before just some of that moisture does freeze. Your major interstates, they've been treated multiple times the last several days. Your major highways, they're going to last longer. They're going to stand up to the elements a little longer, but over time, as the snow comes in, you're going to have a better opportunity to see more of those slick spots coming in. So again, I've been watching live video out of the Tulsa area for the last several hours. The snow bands that are heading our way push through there, and they've got mostly snow-covered roads with low visibility at times. So that's kind of the setup. That's what we're watching. Fronts come through. It's cleared all of northwest Arkansas now. Temperatures have steadily been dropping from the upper 30s to the low 20s and upper teens as of right now. We're expected to continue to fall into the single digits by later this afternoon into the early evening hours. We'll fall below zero at some point in northwest Arkansas later on today, and then we'll be below zero going into tomorrow morning. Front is pushing through Fort Smith, Van Buren now. Your highs have already been set around 41 degrees. Temperatures will start slowly dropping. Well, they'll drop rapidly here at first, and then they'll start to steadily drop a little bit more through the day. We've gotten into the 20s now in Salisal, 25 there in Stigler, 36 Poto, 41 Fort Smith. Again, it's already colder than that. It just takes a little time for some of our numbers to update. Feels like 6 right now in Bentonville. Again, that front is cutting in. Wind chills quickly drop into the teens and single digits. By late morning, early afternoon, we'll likely already have wind chills, especially in northwest Arkansas, back into eastern Oklahoma below zero, and those are going to continue to get further and further below zero for all of us as we go later on tonight into the afternoon hours. Again, with all the information we're throwing out there, I know a lot of you got questions. When's it going to hit my house? When's it going to get to my town? When's it going to hit my street? All the information we're going to give you will give you those answers. Northwest Arkansas, temperatures keep falling. We'll have a chance to be more into the mid-teens by 10 o'clock. And then again, as we go deeper into the late morning hours, early afternoon, we'll slip into the single digits. We'll hang out there, fall below zero as we get after sunset into the overnight hours. We've got scattered wintry mix out there right now. We're going to continue to see snow bands moving in. So for the rest of the morning hours into the early afternoon, best chance for northwest Arkansas to see, again, that accumulating snowfall, and slick and hazardous travel will be at its worst as we go deeper into the morning, early afternoon, as some of those snow bands move through. We'll get some clearing. Some flurries could linger in some of our spots by 3, 4 o'clock, but overall it's mostly done for us. River Valley, we're just now starting to see a light mix moving into your area. That's going to continue to increase, and we'll get some scattered snow bands and some of that mix to continue to build in. Mid, late morning, early afternoon, a little bit of a smaller window here, but I think you've got a great shot to get the wintry mix in, and I think we will see slick spots around the River Valley, especially I-40 corridor, even down into the Ouachitas. Temperatures are going to drop below freezing. We will have precipitation. Slick spots will be out there. So if you have to get out, just if you anticipate that the slick spots are there, I think it can help you out a lot. Again, there's no need to be just racing along the roads, because the longer we go through the day, the colder it gets, and the snow and everything continues to come down. You can bet there are going to be slick spots and the roads are going to get worse. A few lingering flurries, especially Scott, Logan, into Johnson counties there by 3, 4 o'clock, but overall we're clearing out. Again, going to be a windy day for us here. Here's a live look at radar right now. As of 9 a.m., we're tracking that front moving in. We've got a light mix that's developing down in the River Valley, along and just behind that front. We've got snow bands that have been pushing through the Tulsa area, reducing visibility. That is slowly making its way into northwest Arkansas and western Arkansas. There is precipitation that's lighter, that's not showing up on radar, but it is there. And these are steadier snow bands that are developing as expected back across northeastern Oklahoma. We've even had snow squall warnings for a time around Wichita with the snow that was pushing through. We're going to watch some of these southern bands, the southern edge of these bands, try to clip at least northern portions of Arkansas north of I-40. So we do anticipate more snow out towards the west and northwest of us to move in. We're just getting going. Again, this isn't going to be a huge snow event, but it's going to be so cold that whatever falls. Sometimes we talk about, well, it may not stick, or the roads are too warm, or the ground's too warm, or temperatures are going to be close to freezing. The cold air is going to be there. The storm system's sweeping through. Now, you will get worse driving conditions if you are thinking about driving north today. You got winter storm warnings out from Missouri back into Illinois, Indiana. You're going to get more snow up there. We're on the southern end of this snow band, this big storm system producing the snow in the wintry mix. We are on the southern end of it. So it's basically just clipping us. But definitely, if you have to head north, I know you got a lot of travel plans. If you're going north or northeast of here, you can bet that you're going to run into worse conditions with more snow on the ground for the next couple of days. Again, we're watching the snow move in from the northwest. A little closer look here at home. There is lighter wintry mix that's falling. That's not showing up on radar. What is showing up on radar is a little steadier snow mix coming into eastern Oklahoma. That'll continue to push into Arkansas. A light wintry mix. We're seeing some light sprinkles, a little freezing drizzle starting to get going on some of the tower cams around I-40. So over time, as temperatures fall and that precipitation continues to come down, we'll see the potential for those slick spots to start showing up. It is showing a light wintry mix starting to push into, again, the River Valley down towards the Ouachita. So Future Track Radar doing a good job. Again, it shows us a little bit more of that lighter precipitation that's not showing up on radar. Snow bands continue to work in as we go through the next couple of hours from Oklahoma into Arkansas. This is why we think we'll see a little bit more snow total, higher snow totals for northwest Arkansas, a little bit better chance to be in the mix with the snow a little longer, broken up snow bands off towards the south. Look at that, temperatures by the afternoon, again, falling into the single digits. North winds do not stop. They are sustained 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting 35 to 40, even could have a few gusts over 40 miles per hour today. All the precipitation is out of here by 3, 4 o'clock. A few lingering flurries. We'll even get some clearing late afternoon into the evening, and temperatures just continue to drop for us. Wind stays strong, 20 to 30. We could still see gusts over 35 miles per hour as we go overnight. Again, snow totals have not really changed much whatsoever. Dusting to around an inch, inch and a half is going to be possible. This is not going to be a snow that you're going to be able to go out and measure because of the strong winds and because of how powdery and these little snow granules, if you will, are just going to be blowing around. So there will be some snow drifts where you could go measure and it's 3, 4, 5 inches, but that's just because the snow's blown over into it. It's not a true measure, but what will basically happen, this will be just radar estimated, we think we're going to get 1 to 3 inches across northwest Arkansas, dusting to an inch, inch and a half, scattered around the River Valley down into the Ouachita. So that's why we think everyone could have those slick spots, especially I-40 northward. Overnight lows will bottom out. I think we're mostly going to be anywhere from -5 in northwest Arkansas to 5 degrees or a little bit colder into the River Valley. Higher elevations of the Ouachitas could be closer to 0 and maybe even just below that as well. Wind chills, another factor that we're talking about here. Those continue to drop. We're already getting close to single digit, or we're in the single digits in northwest Arkansas now as of 9 a.m. We think by late afternoon, we're mostly going to range from -15 to -20 with feels-like temperatures. This is why frostbite can set in less than 30 minutes. If you have exposed skin outside, you do not want to be out there very long. You want to limit time. Even if you bundle up and you go out there, you want to limit your time outside. Again, exposed skin in less than 30 minutes, you could have a frostbite set in. We'll be -5 to -10 degrees in the River Valley. And then as we continue to go through the evening overnight hours, we'll likely range from anywhere from 10 degrees below 0 to close to 30 degrees below 0 overnight into Friday morning, especially as you get in the higher elevations of northwest Arkansas and get closer to the Missouri border. Okay, Joe, I think I've covered everything there, from the cold, the snow, the wind chills. current look at the roads. I feel like we've already been talking for 30 minutes. I know you've got some updates you want to cover as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Great information, Zach. Thank you so much for that. But definitely want to show this right here. This is a live look right now at the iDrive Arkansas map. It kind of gives you an idea of what the conditions are like out on the roadways. Now you see Interstate 49 there where the pink is. That means there's ice there. Crews that have been out there, they're reporting these roads are icy. Now, if you look just to the west of that, you see 59 going through there. I think we took away the pink, but just in the last 30 minutes, iDrive and RDOT has reported that 59 is also have ice on it. You see it right there along the border. So some dangerous conditions out there for drivers. If you're having to travel these areas, if you don't have to get out, don't do that today. We do know that Benton County road crews, they're out there today treating roads. And here's another live look using the RDOT cameras. You can see this is Siloam right now. See the traffic moving? That's the Welcome Center there on the interstate. They're moving pretty slow because they know, these conditions out there, there's ice out there. It is dangerous. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Bella Vista interchange. Now, this is a bit higher north in the elevation there. We'll see what it looks like. Traffic was moving along all morning here. You don't see so many people out there right now. I don't even see one car at this point. That's because, this is becoming dangerous conditions out there. More and more ice on the roadways. And the cars that are out there, you see a few now, they're moving pretty slow in that area. Let's go ahead and take another live look a little bit farther south. This one right here, this is the US 71 interchange there. You can see the roadways pretty wet. It's going to be slick on those bridges and overpasses. Crews like Benton County, RDOT, Washington County have been out treating either the highways or the interstates, hoping to keep them as safe as possible. So they'll be working around the clock. And not only today, they tell us, they're going to be doing this into the weekend as well as these temperatures continue to drop across our area. RDOT hasn't reported any major accidents this morning so far. That's good. But of course, we still have time for these temperatures to drop. And let's go ahead and get a check-in with our I-5 Drive meteorologist Matt Standridge is out there live right now, checking out the roadways for us. Matt, where are you and what are you seeing out there?
Hey Joe, good morning. We wanted to be your eyes and ears out here. What is going on with the roads? We're headed northbound. We're about to pass the Wagon Wheel exit. We're going from Washington County north into Benton County, and a couple things to talk about from the roads perspective. Overall, we've noticed in Benton County, we had more of that freezing mist this morning. In fact, it is icier once you get north of Wagon Wheel. You head into Bentonville and Rogers and Gravette and Salem Springs. When you head south into Washington County, that cold blast hit us really hard, just cold enough to really get those snow grains. There's these little snow pellets. Technically, they're snow needles and snow plates that are falling, but temperatures have dropped so quickly, we're not getting those big fluffy snowflakes right now. We're getting these little pins and needles, and that's what it feels like too when you head outside. They feel like pins and needles on your face, and of course you add in that wind chill. It's just not good, but it looks like folks are generally taking it pretty slow. Now, for the roads themselves, let's look at I-49. Will's with me, he's driving, but if you look off towards the left, you can see the shoulder where some of those snow grains are accumulating. It gets a little bit slicker once you get closer to the shoulder, and same story on the right-hand side of the road too. You can see some of that accumulation taking place where you don't have the tires making contact with the road, so you're not getting that heat from those wheels. But otherwise, the main interstates have been holding up okay. Most side streets in the cities have been holding up okay, but I tell you what, in some of these parking lots and a lot on sidewalks, they're turning pretty slick. We were over there by the hog statue at Reynolds Razorback Stadium, and it was pretty slick right around there, so keep that in mind. Maybe you get to your location just fine in your vehicle, but you step outside, you hit the sidewalk. Be advised, take it easy because it is a little bit slick. So what we're doing right now is that we are headed north to Benton County because we're going to be watching that snow band that Zach was just talking about. That's going to be moving in here shortly. On the flip side, I'm going to move the camera around a little bit too. This is what it actually looks like when you're driving. So you get the windshield wipers, you're looking good, but where the windshield wipers do not touch, guys, that is solid ice. The hood of the vehicle, that's completely solid. Any of your elevated surfaces, like your mailbox, any kind of metal that's anywhere around your neighborhood, any light poles, those are all frozen over. A lot of the street signs, as we're driving by I-49 there, they're pretty frozen over too. I'm going to point the camera down a little bit for us as well. But we're going to send it back to you guys as we continue to head northbound. We've gotten some pictures of some decent icicles in different places across Benton County because we had more of that moisture. We had more of that freezing mist earlier this morning. So we're going to check that out. We're going to be ready for that snow once it starts moving in. But things will continue to deteriorate as the winds pick up and more precipitation moves in, and we're going to keep you updated on the roads as more winter weather moves right into Arkansas and Oklahoma. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for keeping us updated on what it looks like out there. When he showed like the picture of the windshield where it was frozen, that's what we're seeing like in the parking lots and even on some of those bridges and overpasses.
Shows you that it's cold enough. We're seeing that on tower cams. We're seeing it again on the hoods of cars that are just stationary, sitting there. You haven't gone out to try to start them up or anything. You got a glaze of ice earlier today. The treated roads, again, they're holding up well right now. But over time, you can see what they treat the main lanes there, but they don't treat the sides of the road. And that's why you see the ice on there. So that's the difference between RDOT going out there, RDOT not going out there. The median of the road had ice and snow on it. The lanes don't because you have the traffic and what RDOT did.
Yes, thank you to those crews who have been out there working around the clock. And this right here, just a solid sheet of ice against our tower cam at the Holiday Inn cam there in Springdale.
So you should be seeing I-49 there looking over as I-49 goes over Highway 412. Can't do it. This is part of that glaze that came in. We're seeing this a lot across the area, our frozen tower cams. I think this is Chamber of Commerce. This is the Fayetteville Square.
Yeah, the same thing. I mean, that because of the precipitation and then those freezing temperatures, you're not seeing much through these.
No. Can we go to Bentonville? Bentonville's got snow coming down right now. We've got a live look at our Jack Link's tower cam looking off towards the south. This is Walton Boulevard. You can see the snow going by in the tower cam there, lower visibility. This is not even the main snow bands that are moving out of Oklahoma. There's a lot more snow to the west, northwest of it that will at least clip northwest Arkansas. You'll get more scattered bands and some mix down towards the river valley, but northwest Arkansas has the best chance for the snow to really cover some of these roads later on this morning.
Yeah, and talking about the River Valley, this is the Arkansas River Bridge, Fort Smith into Van Buren. Not sort of the same thing there just yet to that degree, but that is moving into the area.
Yeah, it is showing, radar showing right now the front has moved through this area, and there is some light precipitation that's trying to get going. That's how it started for us in northwest Arkansas. That's how it's starting for us in the River Valley as well. We do anticipate that there will be some scattered snow bands that will work through here as well later on. Again, thankful for RDOT and all the crews across eastern Oklahoma and western Arkansas that helped get a lot of these roads in good condition. But as temperatures continue to fall and more precipitation moves in the area, we're going to have scattered, slick and hazardous roads.
Absolutely. So it is not over yet, folks. So make sure you stay with us so we can keep you up to date throughout the day here online and on 5 News On Air. We're going to have some live interviews. We'll show you what the conditions are out there in real time. We'll have reporters out in the field, everything that you need to know what's going on in our area. So stay with us throughout the day.